You see, it is good to be a go-getter, have focus, go for your dreams, go for your goals, but it is much better to be a go-giver. Hello, brothers and sisters, family and friends, and fellow achievers. Welcome to another edition of Kwejo Speaks. I'm so excited to be here with you today and share this moment with you on our journey. Before we begin, I have a question for you. Did you notice something different about today, about the setup? I have a new camera and a new microphone. Yes, I had to say goodbye to the iPhone 12 and I got a new camera. I'm currently shooting on the Sony ZV-E10. And for my microphone, I'm using the Rode Wireless Go 2. As you could see, it's attached right here. So I'm very excited about this. What this means is that quality is gonna get better. The content is always gonna keep getting better. I still need to work on my lighting, but work with me a bit. We're gonna get there eventually. So today, I want to talk about giving and why you should care. Did you know in 2021, 485 billion US dollars was donated to charitable organizations? That is a staggering amount, and it is a 4% increase from the previous year in 2022. This is so amazing because despite the fact that we are going through a pandemic, despite the fact that the economy is unstable, still people choose to donate. People donate, and this is a testament to the human spirit. I want to acknowledge everybody that gave last year and the year before, whether it was your time, your money, your energy, your knowledge, your experience. I take this moment to acknowledge you, and I want to continue to encourage you to keep up the good work. Before we get our hands dirty into our message today, I want to take this moment to define what giving is. Giving is the act between two entities, where one entity gives a gift to another entity without expecting anything in return. So this gift that is given can either be money, it could be time, it could be energy, it could be experience, it could be knowledge. It could be a lot of things. When you give without expecting anything back, that is a gift. You see, giving is more than just a physical transaction that takes place between two entities. Giving is also a spiritual transaction. Now you will be asking, Kwejo, how is this possible? Well, when you take a step back and you look at all religions across all cultures, and even Asian cultures, you will see that giving was something that was mandated within these religions. When you look at Buddhism, there is this act called dana, and it is their form of almsgiving. In Islam, one of the main pillars is known as zakat, and it's their form of almsgiving. In Judaism, there is this act called tzedakah, and it's also their form of almsgiving. In Hinduism, there is almsgiving. Even in Christianity, there is almsgiving, and simply it says, the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Now, let's take it a level deeper. You know, my accent gets to me sometimes, but over time we're gonna get there. So let me rewind. Let's take it a level deeper. Hey, there we go. Good job, Kwejo. Let's go. Giving is also an emotional thing. It is, because when you give, you feel good about yourself. Endorphins gets released. That is that feel-good hormone. I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where you give money to somebody, or you help somebody out, whether it was your time, your energy, or you lend them your knowledge, or you showed them how to do something that they had no idea on how to maneuver it, and when you did it, you felt so good about yourself? Yes. If that happened, that is the release of endorphins. That is what giving does for us. And research has it that people that give, or people that volunteer their time in soup kitchens, they are more likely to have less stress than people that don't participate in those situations. So now, we see that not only giving is a physical thing, we also see that it is a spiritual thing, and we see that it's an emotional thing. This is so beautiful and it's magnificent. Now, let's look at history for a brief moment before I go a bit deeper, right? In history, there's a figure known as Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was a king. Well, he was an emperor in ancient Mali. And at one point, he made a pilgrimage from his kingdom all the way to Mecca. And on his way there, he just gave out money. He gave out a lot of gold. And they say that the amount of gold he gave during his pilgrimage, it destabilized the economies of the countries he passed through for about 3 years. And that is crazy, just by giving it all away. See, that goes to show the power of giving. When we give freely, we shift things. We shake boundaries. We shake things in the spirit. Now, let's also look at another historical figure. My personal favorite, Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was one of the richest men in American history. I mean, this guy was filthy rich. He was in the steel industry, and with his work, he amassed a lot of money. And right before he died, this guy gave it all away. It is so inspiring when I look at the life of Andrew Carnegie. That is how I want to live my life. I want to amass a lot of wealth. I want to be filthy rich. And when I have it all, I just want to give it away. You see, it is good to be a go-getter, have focus, go for your dreams, go for your goals. But it is much better to be a go-giver. The people that are able to give freely, they always don't have a lot of issues with money. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah, just think about it. Think about it. All the biggest philanthropists that we know, these celebrities, yes, I know they have means to make a lot of money, but the more they give their money away, the more they seem to make. That is very powerful. And this is what giving does for us. The more we give, the more doors it opens. You know, when I think about giving and how giving has played a role in my life, it puts me into many situations that I could recall. I talk about the most recent time I gave. About 2 months ago or so, I found myself at Wegmans. I went to pick up some food, and whilst I was there, I met an old friend that I haven't spoken to in a minute. Well, we caught up, we chit-chat. I tell you, prior to going to Wegmans, I was under a lot of stress, work and other things. But the moment my friend was about to check out, I told him, hey, don't worry about it, buddy. I got you. So I offered to pay. And the moment I paid for his items, I felt so good. I felt so good. And that is the power of giving. And I want that for you too as well. The thing is this, that was not always my story. There was a point in my life where giving was not something that I aimed to go out of my way to do. Not that I wasn't a giver, I was a giver, but before I gave, make sure that everything added up, because I was so focused on the amount of money that was leaving my pockets. Now, how did I even get to this place? You see, I didn't grow up rich. There was a point in my life when I was in high school. One winter in particular, I remember this very vividly. We didn't have a heater. So we slept in the cold, or we used space heaters. To take a shower, we had to put water on a warm stove, boil it up, take it to the tub, mix it with a little bit of cold water, then you take a shower. It got to a point, I got used to this process, and I just didn't like keep warming up the water, so I would just jump into the shower and take a cold shower. Now, this process made me so self-conscious about money. I told myself that I don't want to be in this place. I don't want to be in a place where there's not enough money. So because of this experience and other experiences, I became very, very meticulous and cautious about the money that leave my pockets. It put me in a place of scarcity. And that's the thing about scarcity. When you're in a place of scarcity, you always think that there is never enough. So fast forward, I go through college, and now I have a job. The job that I was at was pretty good. The money was good. They were paying well. But because of my scarcity mindset, I couldn't really enjoy it, the money. Because I always thought that there is not enough. The money will eventually run out. You see, that guy that was in high school that got used to taking cold showers and other things that I will eventually reveal down the road was still there. He was directing the way I spent money. Sometimes it was effective. It put me in a place where I never relied on anybody for money. But at the same time, it put me in a place where I couldn't really enjoy my money. Nor could I really give if I really wanted to, because I always had to like double cross and do my multiplication and division to make sure that if this giving makes sense. Now, one day, I found myself at lunch, I would say. And this was the first time that when I gave, it felt good. Because remember, I'm still at this job that I really didn't like. And around this time, I was thinking that I have to leave the job because I don't care. Like, I don't really like it. But because the money was there, I prolonged my stay. At my lunch, I'm going to get some lunch. Then I met another friend. Yes, I met another friend at the restaurant. We caught up, we talked. And right when he was about to pay, he didn't have his wallet on him. And I told him, hey, buddy, I got you. Don't even worry about it. And I paid for him. And I'm telling you, when I did it, I felt so good. It felt so good because for a split moment, I didn't even think about my stressful work. I wasn't concerned about what is going on at work. And at that moment, I'm like, giving is a powerful thing. Why do I feel so good about just helping my friend out? From now on, I want to keep doing that. I want to keep giving. I want to be a go-giver. And I'll tell you this, though. I got back to work went as normal, and then the very next day at work, they called me in and they said that, hey, Quadro, so we're going to have to let you go. It's not just working out. And you know what I told them? I was like, thank you. You could keep your job. I don't even want your job. Because now I realized that when I helped my friend out, it put me in a place of abundance. I no longer had the scarcity mindset. I was no longer worried about money never being enough. I realized that there's always going to be enough money. There's always going to be more money. And for me to get to this realization, I had to give. I had to release it. That is the power of giving. And it is so beautiful how this story ends. So I eventually leave the job. And in the very next job that I found, I got a job that I actually really wanted. Now, the money was not more than my previous job, but they gave me a peace of mind. Like, it was just the right environment for me, and I loved it. And I kept that job. I was only able to arrive there because I shifted my mainframe. I had to move from thinking too much about giving to freely give. And that's the funny thing about it when we look at giving, right? The thing is this. Months prior, I had prayed to God, like, God, I need a new job. Help me out, please. I need a new job. And the thing is this. The thing is that the answer was already in my face. But I was pussyfooting. I just didn't want to let that job go because the money was good. And even though the money was good, I wasn't using it. But when the job left and I got into a new job, I realized that it was right in my face. And this goes on to another portion of my message. You see, sometimes we go to our maker. We go to our God, whatever your religion is the universe, is whatever you believe in. We go to that thing that we call God. And we say, dear God, help me get this. Help me do this. Help me do that. I want a new job. I want more money. I want a new car. I want a lot of this. I want to get better. But the thing is that for us to actually receive these things that we have, we're going to have to let go of certain things. This is how it looks like when we approach God and we ask Him. This is what we think. Dear God, can I have a new job? Can I have more money? Can I have a new car? Can I have a new partner? XYZ. Can I have a loving partner? XYZ. But in reality, this is what it looks like when we approach God. Dear God, can I have a new job? Can I have new money? Can I have a new partner? Can I have a new house, a new car, a new apartment? Now you may be asking, why are my fists rolled up? See, the rolled up fist represents the things that we hold on to when we are in this scarcity mindset. In our fist, we hold on to hurt, we hold on to distrust, we hold on to disappointment, we hold on to scarcity, we hold on to uncertainty. And it's so hard to receive these gifts that has been given to us. It's so hard to receive our prayers because our fists are rolled up. But when we let go our distrust, we let go our pain, our disappointment, our scarcity mindset, and we will open our palm fully, we are able to receive these gifts that has been given unto us. And in my situation, that's what happened to me. When I had to let go of my scarcity mindset about how money worked, when I had to let go of my mindset about how money is never enough, I was able to receive much more than I haven't prayed for. And I got that by letting go. I let go by giving. I had to continuously give. And just as that worked for me, brothers and sisters, family and friends and fellow achievers, I want the same for you. I want you to experience a new level of joy, a new level of comfort, a new level of mindset that anything is possible. And that the greatest thing you could ever do is not the amount of money you make, not the amount of wealth you can attain, but how much you give. And brothers and sisters, I want to encourage you to give. I want to empower you to give, because there is something when we give. We move mountains. We shake the spirit, and things work out in our favor. See, there's a saying that says, when you give people what they want, you will in turn will get what you want. And that is my simple message. Regardless of your situation, regardless of where you find yourself at, I just want to encourage you to give. And whatever you pray for, whatever your heart desire is, it'll some way, somehow will find you at the right moment when you least expect it. Now, before I leave, I know we were talking about giving. It won't be right to just leave without backing it up with actions. I mean, what's the point? As I said, I don't want to just be a go-getter, but I want to be a go-giver. So, for the first 20 comments on this post, I'll look through all of these comments and I'll pick one. Actually, I'll pick three. I'll pick 3 comments. And each winner will get an Amazon gift card. $50 Amazon gift card, no strings attached. But you have to leave a comment. Share your experience about gift giving, how you giving to somebody changed your life, or what you learned from the message. And when I find the winner, I'll message you the details on how to claim your prize. So, before I leave, finally, again, thank you for sharing this moment with me. Thank you for hearing me out. I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. I love you. You're beautiful. You are awesome. And we will talk soon. Have a beautiful day. We talk. Bye.